Trap poppin', we stacking golf. Thorough Brazzy, I'm back involved. Man, I'm to the point I done had it, dog. Man, they talking bad like I'm falling off. I'm a thoroughbred, I was born to ball. You like a car that be stolen, dog. You what moves you making, where you going, dog? You ain't got nothing, how you showing off? Situations got me sick of waiting. All my homies really losing patience. Got mouths to feed, got bros to free. You don't know our situation. Discipline, dedication with that loyalty and that determination. Man, we live on earth in hell with Satan, but Jehovah God is the AC to hatred. I'm really trying to stop sinning, but all this attention from all of these women got me walking around in my district. All of these pounds that I gotta deliver. I gotta stay focused, brother, be safe or get scratched off like a sweepstake. But in layman terms, you get erased, and I don't know nothing but to be great. Cause I'm a Brazzy boy, unity, we move together. I'm a Brazzy boy, down from day one forever. I'm from a cloth where loyalty lives forever. I do this for the dead homies so they live forever. Hey yo, Smoker John, ready, free Getty. Swantastic, the team ready. Gotta stay humble, gotta be steady. Man, the town popping, but the streets ready. Rest in peace, Puppet Logo. Man, we do this in the name of you. When I talk to Lil Puppet Logo, I look in his eyes to see the pain is true. That means I got things to do that some brothers ain't able to. Blame yourself, never blame the crew. Own up to the things you do. I was always told I gotta drop a Jew every time that I pick it up. But it's time, man, when you gotta drop the Jew, cause the right one gotta pick it up, and that's facts. I'm a Brazzy boy, unity, we move together. I'm a Brazzy boy, down from day one forever. I'm from a cloth where loyalty lives forever. I do this for the dead homies so they live forever. All that nonsense, we ain't having that. Look, brothers, ain't no average rap. I done flipped all kind of packs, bagged up in all kind of traps. When you couldn't talk cause it could be tapped, you gotta adapt to your habitat. And if you unsure, bring a travel pack. And if you get God, you can't have it back. I pray that brothers start acting right. Don't get caught at that traffic light. Man, my wolves hungry, they got appetites. You have no idea what we sacrifice. Brothers in the ground, brothers in the cell. You don't know about that type of life. What it is, I gotta pay the price, and I double up so I can pay it twice. I'm a Brazzy boy, unity, we move together. I'm a Brazzy boy, down from day one forever. I'm from a cloth where loyalty lives forever. I do this for the dead homies so they live forever. Yeah, Brazzy. Chill. Chill.
Remedies can't get me. 150 to get me out. Google me, you see what I'm about. You just talking out your mouth. Damn, Gucci, where you at? I'm eating at your baby mother house. I was jugging in the trap, flipping packs, trying to get it. Dang.
Salute, salute, salute from the hood to the woods. We in the building, Fragrant City. Salute, Yummy Team Taurus in the building, Fuego Lego in the building. Salute, salute. It's good, it's good, it's good in the hood. I find that crazy. Hold on. One second. Yeah, my bad, my bad. Salute, salute. Yeah, what's good, man? Long day, never long day. Back 7 p.m. God willing every day. You know how we do. Y'all see the title, man? Matrix theme, blah blah blah. Prison of your mind. Illusion. No one cares. Yeah, nobody cares, man. But that don't mean that You stop pushing, you stop fighting. It's because nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? You care, right? Or do you care? I ask myself that all the time. Do I really care? What difference does it make? It's a struggle. It's a struggle. Lisa Dubois, salute, salute. It's an ongoing struggle, man. And that's why, if you I don't know, man. Life is just, everybody's different. Everybody's different. So, you gotta find common ground when you're trying to accomplish certain things with other people. And to get anywhere in life, you need people. Like, 'cause what's the sense of doing anything if there's no people around? So it's a difficult thing, you know what I'm saying? Like to know who really cares. Like, do you really care? Why do you question why do you do certain things? What am I really doing this for? Am I doing it for self gratification, or do I do it because I really care? And at the end of the day, does it matter if you're doing something good? Does it matter if you care or not? I don't know. These are questions I ask myself all the time. But when it gets to doing things, trying to accomplish things on a higher scale, when you have to work with people, you have to find people who care. I mean, even about you, like, or people you can trust. But can you trust somebody that don't care? Or those things go hand in hand. You feel what I'm saying? Somebody not care and you can still trust them. Could you trust somebody that don't care? I struggle with these things all the time. And don't mind me. I'm just venting, thinking aloud. These things drive people crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have, like, who could you trust in the world? Can you trust yourself? The person you can really trust? And that's why I found my faith in the Most High. Because you gotta have faith. Me having faith in the Most High is just like me having faith in a person. Like, you don't know if somebody really cares or if you really trust them. You don't know these things. You just have to have faith and believe, right? So at the end of the day, man, I can't answer, man. I don't know. I don't have the answers. Just have questions. I think people should ask questions. Like, people don't ask enough questions. Sometimes you don't want to look like you don't know something, so you won't ask a question. Like, I want to know. Like, I ask questions. I know a lot of people may get irritated and feel some type of way, but I like to ask questions because I try to get an understanding. People can tell you anything, but at the end of the day, action is always going to speak louder than words. And some people words, the way from the words, it don't fit the actions. Like, It makes their actions questionable. Then when you act, you know, question people's actions, they even get more. Some people even get more defensive. Big time, salute, salute. So it's a real scary world, man. It's a real scary world. You never know. You never know. That's why when you find good people, genuine people who you know, believe or have faith you can trust or believe, care, you know, and their actions, you know, show that. Hold on to those people, man. You know, you got to return. You know, those actions. You have to return those actions. It can't be one sided. You know what I'm saying? Go both ways. So you know, a lot of times in life we think about ourselves, with you know what we going through and things of that nature. We don't think about what other people may go through or see it from another point of view. So sometimes people care, but they feel like you don't care, so then they don't care. You know, things of that nature. Bang time, salute.
Salute, broski. Salute, chat. What's going on?
Hey, nothing, man. I just start. I got a epiphany to start asking questions now. I don't. I got questions.
Yeah, man. Don't ever feel bad about asking questions, man.
You know how children ask. You know how children ask you certain questions as an adult, and it makes you upset.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. But I'm an adult, and I already know. I know certain things, so it makes me even more irritated. Like we all adults here. Like you don't have to act like you know I'm a child here. Say it with your chest.
Well, believe it or not, man, you are trendsetting. You making people open up channels, all kind of stuff. So,
All praises to the Most High. Because if I take the credit for myself, they're gonna have to give me some PC. You know how I get down.
exactly. They think they slick,
But I start getting on here like Soldier Boy and shit.
You're right. They study what we doing, and then they sell it back to us.
Right. You know, in my arrogant mind, I believe these motherfuckers be watching me, but then I can't. I gotta stay humble, man.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely,
because a lot of these motherfuckers is saying they saying something, they using like the blueprint, but the message is not the same. Like
right.
Yeah, talk about
in some little sick way they trying to discredit the where they got it from, so they're not gonna never credit that. So yeah,
because they don't want to credit that they got it from the Most High. That's what I'm trying to teach them.
Right.
Just say all praises to the Most High, my brother. You feel me?
Praises to the Most High. Word up.
That's where I'm getting it from.
Salute, Lego. I see you. Lego has some real good interviews lately.
Yeah, man. I like having conversations. You, Lego, other people, man. I just can't. I'm starting to get to the point where it's getting what you call that shit when something is like keeps happening, like it's getting
repetitious.
Right. It's getting old. Like yeah.
It feel like a program. You see the simulation glitch right there. Like
yeah, I need mental stimulation to feed me. Like once something gets to a point where I'm like, I have to like move on, bro. Like, cause then I'm gonna start getting disrespectful and saying shit. Niggas gonna get their feelings hurt. You feel me?
I felt like that with You know how they came out and opened up the books in 2000 and said that the government has something to do with Martin Luther King's killing, and
Right.
I was arguing it down with a black person who didn't know that, and I was telling them to go look it up, but they still didn't believe it when they looked it up. Like they feel like it's propaganda. Like, you understand what I'm saying? And I'm
But
like, it's not
I don't
natural facts.
I don't
Like,
think that's nothing wrong with people doing that, but you gotta if you're gonna do that, you gotta show me how I showed you how that's propaganda. You gotta show me how that's propaganda. You can't just say that's propaganda. You gotta show up, you gotta point out this, point out that. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah, they'll just negate every factual point. Then it's like, then you realize, I think one of the old timers, not Sebi, or I think it was the other old timer who just recently passed. He said that you got to really recognize who you having a debate with first, or it's not.
Right,
It doesn't even count. It doesn't even matter. They're not even gonna hear you. It's not gonna listen. Nothing's gonna transcend. Like,
right. But what people don't understand when you having a debate, you're not talking to each other, you're talking to the people
right.
and they decide. You feel me?
Mhm.
And that's when a lot of people who have debates they start arguing because they try to prove each other's point. You don't have to prove
Right,
your
to
point.
control.
Let the people decide.
You gotta listen to me. I ain't gonna front. I felt like that day with this dude. I'm like, yo, it's right in front of your face.
Yeah, nah, I don't do that no more. Like, listen, let the people. If you don't believe me and you don't want to research, somebody down there listening ain't gonna try to see what I'm talking about.
Right.
KO, salute. People, we debating, and the people will decide. Now, if it was just me and you in a room, that's different. You feel what I'm saying? Because it ain't nobody else there. Like, now, if it's one person in that room, I'm talking to that one. I'm not really talking to you because you already have your mind made up. I have my mind made up.
Has to be more than a theory or your idea. Okay.
Right? Some people be saying some stuff, and I look it up, and I'll be like, oh, okay,
I'll be amazed. Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right.
That happened a lot with me. That's why I said I don't understand how people don't do that in return when you try to pass that knowledge. They'll fight you off. Even the old timers, like the old timers, how you know that before me type attitude.
Right. But I don't went back, had debates with somebody, went back, studied, found something they didn't even see. And some of them jacked it, some of them were like, nah, like so, sometimes people only study a certain thing, they ain't even go deep. Like I be trying to go deep. So when somebody be like, oh, this person said this, but I'll be like, listen, this scholar said this, but this scholar over here said that. So now it's conflicted. It's not a fact.
Right.
It's a theory. You feel what I'm saying? Conflicting evidence.
Conflicting evidence. Said life is a contradiction, boy, because they started on that lie.
Right. People were taking sides. Don't take sides. Look for the message, man. Look for the message. Science, all of this history, it changes in different lifetimes. So people lived and died believing something that later on they said, oh, oops, oops. You know what I'm saying? Like, oops.
Oh.
Nigga, oops. Like, what the fuck? All right, everybody, forget about that. No, this is what happened. Like, what? Like, forget about everybody who died and all of that. Like, forget about it. We on to the next program, huh?
Facts. There's a bunch of programs and simulations, bro.
Right. Used to control us.
And they said, somebody was telling me I got schooled by a young dude about how they was being taught about our cartoons during the 60s, 70s, and the 80s, how it was geared to war because they didn't know if they was gonna go into another war or not. So G.I. Joes, Transformers.
Right. Even the Rambos, if you see any war movies, it has to pertain to the war that's
Right.
going on.
It
Right.
was gearing us as kids that way already.
Right.
That's why there's complexity in the storylines. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I look back, I'm like, oh, you little
Yeah, bro.
knobbing
They
little.
still doing it. They still doing it, man.
Yeah,
And that's
they
why I
still
said,
doing it.
we gotta learn.
Right.
Yeah, we gotta learn from the past, man, to show people in the future. Look, they've been doing this shit so long, y'all just don't know. So we gotta keep making y'all aware that this is not nothing new, bro. Nothing
Like
new in this time.
like you said, they named the simulations Generation X, Baby Boom.
Right.
That, you know what I mean? They naming those simulations and they're testing certain things during those times with those people, and you know what I mean? Like, so it's fucked up to think of it like that, but that's facts, bro.
Yeah, man, we like experiment, like, you know, bro.
Word up, it's
Our,
facts.
my nigga, our neighborhoods, right before they was built, they had motherfuckers standing over the what you call that? The
They
model.
call us conspiracy theorists, though.
Like our neighborhoods before they was built, they had a model of it, and they was like, this is gonna be this gonna be here. We're gonna put this here. People might do this here, so we're gonna put that
Right.
there. And then they built it, and then they put people in there, and then they watched and seen, oh, we was wrong about this. We got to correct that. Oh,
Right.
this.
That's
Right.
what the red line shit was about. Like, you know what I mean? That's if they admitted they did red line and then think about what they was doing in between the red line and
Redlining, segregation, all of that was a part of breeding, bro. Domesticating. You know what I'm saying? Cultivating. Culture. Like plants and animals and livestock. That they treat us like any other product.
Right.
We the perfect product because we can make other products. Like, but we also products. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. You could build a civilization that can flourish, then you on the market, you on the world market. Other
They gotta
countries is
trade with
looking at. Yeah, they looking at
other
you.
nations
they
gotta
can
look
get
at you.
Right. It's a big business. It's like if you have, say you have a business and you like managing the business, and the owner come through, he got a chain of business. He see, oh, your business is flourishing. You got your workers doing this and that and that. He'll take things from that and put it to the other businesses so they can flourish. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. The project. It's a new project. It's all population control. They use us.
Projects, the hood inside the hood.
They use us to fuel the war machine so they can maintain the power of the world. People are modeling their cities after us. They modeling what we doing. You see every other country, you see what they do? They turning into us. Because they see, oh, they have control over their livestock. Like, you got to get with the program. You got a good program over there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So these niggas come, they take their dusty little countries, they put McDonald's and all this mystical shit in there. They get the people all thinking about the stupid shit that they was not thinking about before they came over there, fighting over the stupid shit while they in control. Now the people ain't worrying about the other shit, the real shit they was bitching about to the government before. Now they worrying about if their cable is on.
Facts. That was another thing that when you talk about different eras, there's no TV, there was only radio, it was newspapers, like all that shit goes out the window as digital. Like nobody pays attention to what's going on in real life.
Right.
Their face is stuck in the side of the screen. Like,
Right.
oh man.
Like these people was making deals over you, labor, and all that type of shit. Lego, salute.
Salute, bro.
Salute, Lego.
What's up, salute, bro?
Yeah, shit crazy. Got something to
Yeah,
add, my brother?
yeah, no, remember I just sent you that video, man, where the British people wiped out all the Tasmanian people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I
They
know about the Tasmanians. Those are our people. Because
they
what they
said
say
they said
is the first people over here is Aboriginal, right? So those people were Aboriginal like that. So if the oldest people came from over here, the original Aboriginals who went over there came from over here. You feel what I'm saying?
yeah, no, I
Tasmania.
hear you.
Yeah, I know about the Tasmanian. And it's funny because
Huh?
the thing that made me study that shit was the Tasmanian devil, right?
How about that
Mhm.
from the
I was
cartoon?
studying that shit. Man, I
They
googled
killed.
Tasmanian devil and some black people popped up.
How about
We
that?
showed it, bro. How these motherfuckers had them in chain, they wiped them out. You feel me? But this is a story they
Hmm.
always tell. They didn't wipe us out. We still here. They just changed our label.
Right.
You know how you in a store and you want to pay for something and you want to make it cheaper, so you take one label of one product and put it on the other label, and then you take it to the cash register and you get it for cheaper. That's what happened.
Yeah, no, that is crazy though. That's crazy, man. And then for them to say the Tasmanian devil, that just goes on with
Right.
how they. That's crazy, man. It's crazy, bro.
Who is a real Tasmanian devil, huh?
They drive it through fear.
Yeah.
It happens everywhere. If you heard of the Negritos, right?
Yeah, the Negrito.
It's the same thing. They just that one little island, the Sentinel people, they not having it. They throwing spears. But you gotta remember, before these other people came, everywhere was looking like them. They just seen what happened and it was like, oh no, these people mean us no good. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. That
it
was.
happened everywhere. Over here, over there, it's still evident that the people look like us before them people came. The oldest people there is still looking like that. You know, all praises to the Most High. He kept them there, bro, like so we can see this shit.
They could just go wipe out the Tasmania. Then as soon as they touch that island, they're gonna try to wipe the Negritos out. And they know
Yeah, that Tasmanian shit was crazy, bro. But all them Aboriginals, you see the Aboriginal people, right? And they call Aboriginal in Australia. Then you see the Tasmanian people. Tasmanian people and Aboriginal people look like they mix. It look like those are people who mix with Tasmanian. You feel what I'm saying? Like how you got the Indians over here. You feel me? Because before any of these people who look a certain way was there, people look a certain way. And I didn't make this shit up. It's evident. I could pull it up. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a nigga from from the Bronx. Like, you feel me? That shit out there, bro. It's evident. These niggas take shit, they relabel it, they tell you came from somewhere else. And the original people who was there that happened to look like you, all of them died off. They went extinct.
Yeah, they tell the same story all over and over again. Same BS.
Everywhere. Even where they came from. You know what I'm saying? Even in Europe, they tell you the oldest people there was black people. But they're gone, they disappeared. Then these people came, and then they brought other people who look like the original people back over there. And then we believe that shit don't make no, that shit, man, listen, bro, like that's crazy. So everybody who was over there that looked like us, they went extinct, but then y'all went and got some more people from somewhere else that look like us and brought them over here.
No, it's the example of what happened is China.
Same everywhere, bro. China, Russia, everywhere. And that's why you see these so-called black Christ in Russia, in in Rome, and because it was already people there was already there. They never left. They just switched this shit up in history. Made these people feel like they came from Africa, they came from here, they came from there. There's Berbers in Africa who's white, and if you ask them, they've been there since the beginning. There ain't no white people over here, bro. And that's just the facts of the evidence. You know what I'm saying? No white people over here. That's why they call this the New World. This ain't the New World for us.
It was the New World to them.
Right.
Oh, man. That's super facts. It's just, I mean, their whole story never made no sense.
And they try to betray the other side right away. That's when you have piracy and all of that shit.
Right.
So then when they mix in over here with our people, and then when they got those armies over here, they just wipe those people out. Like, you know what I mean? So
they didn't really wipe them out. It's kind of like it's like if people come.
Haiti.
It's like if people come over here, right? Say people come over here through immigration. Say they came over here, they mixed in with the people. Now they part of the family. So now they children gets the inheritance and things. You know, they into the wills, like they become heirs to things.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So now you got a different type of people, because you know it's not what is traditional. So now if they start bringing their family members and their people from wherever they coming in, and they start coming in, and you feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you can't just come from somewhere with a couple of people to a whole 2 continents and take over this shit by force. You have to do this shit through time.
Yeah,
by politics and things of that nature, through trickery and all of that. Because today they did not have the technology they have now. And they still couldn't go and take Iraq. They can't even take little nations. Like they can't even take over a whole. They couldn't even take over a whole. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
How they came over here in boats with cannons and horses.
They attacked the religion. They attacked the religion. They attacked the spiritual part.
No, they came in. They attacked your people, your family. They come in and marry in and things of that nature. And then they raise up in the political structure of your society. And then once they get enough people there, they start changing shit around.
Yeah, that's facts.
You feel what I'm saying? Because if you look out anywhere in the Middle East, those people who's in the Middle East in control, in power, and all of that, those ain't the same people who was in control. They were sent from the Holocaust over there. They mixed in with those people who said they was Jews over there, and now they control. Now it's Israel over there.
Given that land, like
right.
But this was during, remember a little before the Kosovo, the breakup of Russia, all of that. But they was given that land during a certain time, and now that's why they fight so hard to keep it, and that's why. Yeah,
but they didn't take it by. They didn't come in and take it by straight force. They came in and took it, and they had the backing of powerful nations. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Because these powerful nations took people from somewhere else, put them somewhere else, and try to make the world believe these people are the original people.
And these
just like they do everywhere around this whole world.
They were like Russian Jews, though. They weren't the original Jews. So that's what I mean. Like,
they from the old world.
It's not no Hebrew in them. So that's why the people on the West Bank feel like they got more right to that land, which I believe they do.
But none of them have no rights of nothing, because at the end of the day, they all come from conquer. They all conquerors fighting each other. We are the people who get caught in the middle of this shit. We the people who don't own nothing. We didn't own nothing.
That's what I'm talking about, the regular people on the West Bank. Like those rest, they just following the rule. Like, but they deserve, that's their lands. Like,
it's not really their land. It's nobody's land. They just need to leave. These people they're occupied. So the occupiers need to leave.
Right.
But if they leave, somebody else is going to occupy the land. So,
right.
You know, it's tricky, man. It's real tricky.
Now that you done destroyed their infrastructure and everything, what the hell?
Yeah. Because that's what they did with us, with segregation. Look, they say they gave us our own, and then they came and took it back. You feel what I'm saying? Because we didn't have no army. They had an army. And every time they had a war, they brought people from over there over here. You feel what I'm saying? So they was infiltrating this shit, man. They bringing people from over here, and they're raising up into power over here. Nobody from over here has that's not at the highest echelons of power. Anybody who's at the highest echelons of power over here in what we call the New World, they descended from the Old World. You feel me? These niggas control the trade, the air, the land, and the sea. They got airspace, American soil. These niggas got like, bro, the radio waves.
Everything. That's a fact. Everything.
They did it too while we was kids, not even screaming ET phone home type shit. They just been dropping shit up there slowly but surely, taking over everything.
Right.
Where did they get the knowledge to do all this from, though? It's like they took our own information and made it backfire on us, using it against us.
There you go. Because what happened is when you teach somebody when you teach people knowledge, is you can use this knowledge for bad and you can use it for good. So now when you teach somebody, you got to teach them the bad, so they know not to make those mistakes. So some people want to see, it's like the Jedi thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can maybe get things quicker and make things work faster if you do it the unnatural way, but that just leads to destruction. If you do it the natural way, you can still get the same results, but it's going to have a natural process. It's the laws of nature. These people want to defy the laws of nature. So when you defy the laws of nature, it's consequences. You feel what I'm saying?
I definitely feel what you're saying, because it seems as if they're trying to defy the laws of nature while all still trying to give praises to the true identity and the true being of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Who they know they are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In secret.
But you got to remember his knowledge. So the knowledge of the Most High came through the first original people. So when they a lot of them
acknowledging.
They acknowledge some of them and idolize them as the Most High itself, or gods, or angels, and all that. And those people who took that acknowledgement was the start of the problem. Because when they learned, oh, these people are just humans like us, they was lying to us and saying he ain't no God, he ain't no. You feel what I'm saying?
I definitely feel you, bro. For real. You know what I'm saying?
With that said, do you think that they're just revealing past knowledge to us?
Right. We only vessels of the Most High. And that's why we always talk about the vessel, the creature, and not the creator. Like,
yeah, because I don't feel as though they can give us any knowledge. It only can be confirmed. You know what I'm saying? It's already in us. It's like from us already. It's already in us. It's just like they done polluted us with so much false information in their beliefs. It makes us harder to adapt to the Most High. You know what I mean? To us being the original.
But if you pay attention, you know what's unnatural, what's natural. You know what goes against nature. You feel?
Facts.
You pay attention, but everything they do is because they are unnatural beings. So to survive, they need this unnatural world. In a natural world, they can't survive. You feel what I'm saying?
I definitely feel that.
Because when you manufacture a fake race, it's not gonna last forever. Like, because it's only one race, the human race. You feel what I'm saying? So when you make up a race and you breed people and you segregate them and you make this up and now you try to preserve this thing, you have to control the population. You got to do things to keep this breed pure. But if you breed something, how is it pure? How is it natural? It's bred. You feel me?
No, I definitely feel you, bro.
Any breed is man-made unless it's a natural breed. Like the human race is a natural breed made by the Most High. But any race other than that is a man-made breed.
Yeah, that's real.
We're gonna move into cyborg stuff.
Yeah, we breed, man.
Chips to help
Like
people
pit bulls, German shepherds. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna start off as a good thing, and then oh my gosh.
Then they call you a mixed race, which is a mutt. You know what I'm saying? But if you mix a breed, a mutt is closer to a natural dog than a breeded dog. You feel what I'm saying? But they make you feel like that's a bad thing. Oh no, that's a mutt, because they want you in your mind to keep that breed, that fake breed alive and stay away from mixing. But it ain't no such thing as mixing if we all one race. You feel what I'm saying?
Facts.
So
I
when I speak
definitely
about,
understand.
they mixed with us and all, I'm just speaking for people to understand, like when I speak, I'm speaking for people to understand how shit is, how, I've been taught. But I told you, I don't believe none of this shit. You feel me?
No,
But
I
people
definitely feel
believe
you, bro.
that shit. People think because you look like this and I look like this, that we are different. Some people believe they came from monkeys and they came from dogs and they came from the cave, and we came from God, and people, and we came. Then the rest of the people came from people. You feel what I'm saying? We just happen to be the root, the original people. You feel what I'm saying? But when you look at a tree, people really don't pay attention to the root. The tree, the leaves are beautiful, it's a nice bark. You know what I'm saying? But the root, if you uproot that shit and kill the root, the whole tree gonna die.
Mm. That's real talk. Mm.
There's no glory in the root, man. It's just what it is. It's a necessity.
It's artificial inseminated. It's artificial world they didn't create it, bro. It's like
But they only created it in our imagination.
nah, imagination, huh? Cause still in tune, man.
Wow.
It takes two. What it say? Two or more witnesses to acknowledge something is true, right? So if two people agree that something is real, it could be real in their minds. But if it's one person,
Mm.
how you gonna be like that motherfucker is crazy?
Mm-hmm. What if God was talking to him?
You said what?
I said, what if God, the Most High, was talking to him? And he was just responding.
Nah, I didn't hear you when you said the Most High was what?
Nah, he said, if it's only one person, then he's crazy. I said, well, what if the Most High is talking to him?
He is. And the Most High told him you need two or more witnesses. That's what the Most High told him. He was talking to him. See, like the Most High is not a witness. We witness and testify of the glory of the Most High.
Right. Right.
But yeah, man. And that's why we are made in twos. You're supposed to have your wife, you feel what I'm saying? And then y'all have children, and you have your own church and your own, you feel what I'm saying? Because it takes him and her to make a complete man or human. Without him and her, you can't even make another human. So you feel what I'm saying? So 2 witnesses, that should be if you stick to the code, 2 witnesses, you should have that in the bag. You know what I'm saying? Become one flesh. That's why they took Adam and Eve, put them in the garden.
Yeah.
My bad.
All right, man. I gotta jump down. Get ready for my show, and y'all have.
What you going on?
I gotta go on at 8. The game start at 8.
Hey, see, you gotta let me know so I could on the overdraw.
All right.
Yeah, man. So,
Nice.
Trying to get here trying to get to 183rd Beach, but I just was out. Got home late. So
yeah, no doubt. Salute.
salute, bro. Salute,
Salute, man.
Salute, chat.
Salute, bro. All right, Bees. I'm all at you, bro. I'll see you in a little bit. Salute, bro.
Yeah, my bad, y'all. I was zoning out, man. Salute, y'all. Salute. I'm gonna get out of here. I'll see y'all on the other side. For those who know, they know. For those who don't know, they don't know. I'll be back 7 p.m. in the hood, from the hood to the woods every day. God willing. Salute. Appreciate everybody for listening.